we're going to be doing another 24-hour challenge, except this time it's just going to be pure romantasy. Now, as a slow reader, I'm scared, especially when it comes to fantasy books. I am so slow. I am literally Sid the Sloth, and I don't know how much is going to be read in this vlog. Anyway, these here are my current romantasy books that I want to read. So out of these 7 books, I think I know which one I want to start with. It wasn't that hard to choose, and that is The Crimson Moth. I think this is going to be a good start. It is YA, so hopefully it's just nice, easy, breezy, smooth, fun, nothing too serious, and there is minimal spice too. I might not have to, you know, pay my full attention into it, so that's what I'm hoping for. So if you haven't been here for my previous 24-hour reading vlogs, pretty much I only count active time reading. I do have a little bub, so I do spend my time obviously looking after her. I don't know how long this is going to go for. It goes for as long as the 24 hours is valid. So I've gone ahead and set the timer, so we have 24 hours on the clock. This could take a couple of days, could take 4 days. I don't know, it all depends, but yes, I hope you guys enjoy, and I will be back when I start this. So we are just under 2 hours in, and I want to do a little update. So we started Crimson Moth, and I'm on page 105. So far, I actually really like it. I love it, the concept of what is happening, and pretty much the witch is hunting the witch hunter, and the witch hunter is hunting the witch. So far I'm really loving the storyline. You can see this slow burn. You can see how this is going to be enemies to lovers. I do have one thing though. At the start, I'm going to say probably the first 8-ish chapters, I was getting confused because there was so many names coming out and I couldn't remember them. I didn't know who they were. I wasn't sure if I had to remember them. Are they important to the story, or are they just like giving us some backstory or what is happening? So I felt like there was so many name drops just coming out everywhere, and it did confuse me. But I think we're at a spot now that the story is progressing more and we're getting more to the actual plot, that it's starting to even out, and I'm enjoying it. I know what's going on. I know who's who. Those names at the start, I haven't heard them yet anyway. I haven't heard them again yet, but I am really enjoying this. So there's 300 pages left. I'm kind of hoping I can kind of zoom through this one. It does seem pretty fast paced. The other thing I was actually going to say is the writing, not the writing, but more so the words. I feel like they are big words and they don't flow together, so they're not smooth. So when I'm trying to read fast, it's just not computing, like it's just not going together. So some of them I do need to take my time. That's just more of a me thing than what is probably for you guys. It's just slow reader problems. So yeah, I'm going to continue this and I will update you guys when I can. Also guys, please let me know too if you want more of like an aesthetic vlog, or do you like the talking vlogs more? Because I personally find it easier just to talk. I feel like I can't really do that whole aesthetic videoing background thing, but let me know what you want to see, because I'm willing to try if that's what you would like. I honestly feel like a mess right now. My top is so crinkled, we're just gonna collectively ignore that, and I'm dead. I am dead. But you know what? We finished Crimson Moth. We finished this. And you know what else? It is 4.5 stars. I absolutely loved this. This was so good. This book literally has everything I love. It has enemies to lovers, high stakes, a morally grey MMC. The FMC in this also didn't annoy me. I actually really liked her. And I was sus on a certain someone in this book, and I was right. I was right to be sus on her. So I ended up finishing this last night. and I do want to go out and buy the second one like right now. Okay, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to read another fantasy. This whole fantasy vlog isn't going to be just reading this duology. It could be, but this slow burn, oh my god, something doesn't happen till about 300 pages in. I normally don't really like real slow burn books, right? I get impatient. I'm just like, can you just hurry the F up and touch each other? I loved this. I loved the way this happens. I really love it. Like, I couldn't fault it. The chemistry between the two before they even realized was like, oh my god. So yeah, 4.5 stars. Okay, so for the first time ever, normally when I finish like a fantasy book or something like that, I'm like, what one do I want to read next? I normally not have anything in my head, but for some reason, this one makes me want to read Lilac. So we're going to be reading Lilac. This has been on my TBR since, when did it even come out? 2022. Whoa, okay. This has been on my TBR since, I'm going to say 23. No, it would have been 22. Because Nightbane was 23 and Skyshade was 20. Wow, okay. It's overdue. It's very overdue. Because, yeah, wow. Yeah, right. So we're going to be reading Lilac, and this one, like I said, has been sitting on my TBR on my shelf untouched for so long. I have picked it a few times on my TBR prompt jar videos, but I just never have gotten around to it. I'm in the mood now, so this is what we're going to be doing. The cool thing about it is, if I also love this one, I can also go by Nightbane, which means I have a book haul. No, I really shouldn't. I really shouldn't. Like, this has been sitting there for 3 years. I should read some other older books too. If you don't know what Lilac is about, it is every 100 years, the island of Lilac appears for only 100 days to host a deadly game where the rulers of 6 realms fight to break their curses and win unparalleled power. Each ruler has something to hide. I can't talk today. Each ruler has something to hide. Each curse is uniquely wicked. To break them and save themselves and their realms, one ruler will die. To survive, Isla Crown must lie, cheat, betray, even as love complicates everything. So we're going to start this. We're going to start this right now. And to start, we have a Red Bull. I did want a V refresh. Don't know if you've seen them. They're like pink and purple ones, blue ones. I've been loving the pink one. I think it's like pineapple and lemonade. It's so good, but they didn't have it. So Red Bull, and I really like Red Bull. Nah, even the smell is gross. But I'm so tired. I just need a little caffeine, that's all. Why do I look bald on this side? My hair is so flat and just, I'm a mess. Anyway, I need to come up on here for an update, right? We're at chapter 26, page 189. I think I see, I'm so sorry if I butcher this name, but Oro, I see you. I see you. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't really know how much I can say. And also with the FMC's name, it's pronounced differently. So it's pronounced Isla, I believe. But if I come out and say Isla, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. But But Grim, I was like, you know what, I can get behind Grim. Until a little side mission happens, per se, that involves Oro. And this is true, I swear, enemies to lovers. I'm loving this. I have a feeling she's gonna pick Oro. It's just giving that true enemies to lovers vibe. And it also seems like Grim and Oro, they don't like each other. Like something's up. Okay, something is up there. It's such a fun time. I'm loving it. I'm nearly halfway. It's honestly been pretty smooth sailing. I'm going to be honest though, at the start, like at least the first 50 pages, I had no fucking idea or what was going on, who was what. When I read about an island that reappears every 100 years, the concept in my brain was different to how it is in the book. So it took me visually, I don't know if I'm there. I really don't know. I'm guessing is this just one big floating island that has split off into like 5 or 6 different lands, and there's bridges that you cross to go into the mainland, which I think the mainland is Lightlark. But visually, I don't know if I'm there. Other than that, so far it's actually quite good. We have met all 6 rulers, and we do have an enemy in one of them, and I didn't like her from the start either. We actually knew one of them and that's the part that also confused me. This isn't a spoiler. You literally find out like 30 pages in. 2 rulers, like Isla and another girl, Celeste, they actually already know each other. And nobody's allowed to know that, because otherwise they, you know, it's just, they could get killed off, you know, if they know that they're allies. So they actually already knew each other. That part there itself like also confused me, because I felt like it kind of jumps straight into the information, and I was a bit like, whoa, whoa, what's going on? That's my little update, and I don't know when I'll check in, but I'll check in soon. Oh, and also we have got just under 13 and a half hours left. Guys, I'm sorry if the lighting is crap, but I am at chapter 35 on page 262, and I have no idea if I'm rooting for Grim or Oro, because I keep changing my mind. Grim pops back in. Oh, he's so mysterious and he just grabs me. But then I feel sorry for Oro, and he just seems so genuine. I don't know. I literally have like 140 pages left, and I have no idea who I want Isla to end up with. Guys, what did I just read? I feel like a fool for what I said earlier. I don't think I can say much without spoiling. If you have read Lightlark, or if you haven't, I'm going to put a timestamp up where you can skip forward, because I'm going to spoil something. What is this? I literally just read, let me bring it up. Oro wants to switch matches, right? And he wants to go with Cleo. And Cleo's like, are you really sure, King? I have to admit, I'm suspicious. This isn't just a strategy between you and the wildling, is it? And he smiles, Oro smiles, and says, I'll let you in on a secret that might explain my decision. Isla Crown doesn't have powers. This man, I feel so stupid because I was literally rooting for this man literally like 45 minutes ago, and he goes and does that. And then Grim literally like gets her out of the room before Cleo could do anything. I just don't know. I really don't know. I was mainly Grim the whole way until they started working together, like Aura and Isla, and now I'm just like, what the shit. Anyway, it's okay. It's okay. Listen, I am now on page 313 and it seems like Oro is not the bad guy. He had perfect explanations as to why he was a jackass. Oh my god. This is the worst love triangle I have ever read because it is so good. It is so good. Anyway, I'm off to bed and let's have a look. We have pretty much, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but we have 11.5 hours left, which I feel like isn't too bad, honestly. There is about, I think, 80 pages left in the Lilac. I am in my PJs, but I literally do not care. So we have like 50 pages left, I believe. I don't know what I want. I don't know if I want Grim or Oro. Something just happened with Grim. If you know, you know. How do people know who they're rooting for? Like, literally. I feel like I haven't read a true love triangle until this book. Like, is this what it feels like? But guys, I literally, yesterday when I had 50 pages left, I had to go to the supermarket and I was like, you know what? While we're here, I went and got the second one. Listen, I knew there was a reason it took me so long to start Lilac, and it was because I was waiting for the series to be complete or near complete. I do think I know which book I want to read next. I did go actually pick it out. I know I done a handful of books at the start and I don't think it's going to be one of them. I think it's going to be another one because I went and got another 3 books. 4 if you count Nightbane. I have a problem. I actually have a problem. Anyway, there is currently 10, just below 11 hours left. This is probably going to take me about an hour, maybe an hour and a half to finish. I am so excited though. I'm loving it. We finished Lilac. We actually finished Lilac. I ended up giving this 4.5 stars. This was so close to a 5-star, so close. I actually don't think I found a 5-star book yet in 2025. But we finished this and I ended up liking this a lot more than what I originally thought I was going to. This was on my shelf for like 3 years or something. I know I was waiting for more books of this series to come out, but holy shit, I could have picked it up last year. Anyway, I did go and buy Nightbane. I did go and buy Nightbane like pretty much straight away. Like, not even joking. I was on the last chapter and I was in that shop picking up Nightbane. So this book was really action-packed. There is a love triangle. It really, really, really is a love triangle. It goes back and forth. The ending, the drop. I'm going to share a quote with you. You've probably heard this quote before, but I'm going to share it. And it is, this is from one guy, right? That was the moment I knew I loved you, when that arrow went through your heart and it might as well have gone through mine. Anyway, action-packed, love triangle, betrayal, friendships, I guess friendships don't blossom. Not at all. But trusting the wrong people. Like, we should have known from the start. I did start getting fishy at one point, but I was like, you know what? Nah. I honestly can't say much, but this was really good. I absolutely loved it. I'm going to probably start book 2 soon. But I did decide we have 8.5 hours left of our challenge, and we're going to go ahead. I've got Fallen Academy Year 1 here by Leah Stone, and this is literally angels and demons at a school. It's given Fallen, and it's called Fallen Academy, but it's giving Fallen vibes, and it's giving, I think they say Zodiac Academy and Fourth Wing. If you like those ones, you'll like this. But pretty much Brielle is the FMC's name, and Lincoln Gray is the love interest. So it is YA. I believe that it sounds like the angels and demons fell from the sky. They're on the earth, and it infected humanity, and now the humans are assigned one of 2 fates, either being demon gifted or angel blessed, and she is born with black wings, which I'm guessing she is angel blessed but has demonic things about her, because it says she knows that having black wings is not normal. Selling her soul to the demons was a mistake. And Lincoln Gray is the biggest jerk she's ever met, but not falling in love with him might prove impossible. So I'm excited for this. The writing on this as well, like the text, is actually quite big. I love it. I love it when it's huge. So yeah, I'm excited for this. We're going to start this. We've got 8.5 hours left on the timer. So I'm just going to jump straight into it, and I will see you with an update. And I've also got it on audiobook too, and the audiobook says it goes for 6.5 hours. So I'm actually thinking about listening to part of it as well. So I'm going to try and get it finished today. Okay, so we're about 150 pages into this, and so far it's not too bad. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite writing style. I can tell that it is very YA, but we're pretty much following Brielle, and I don't even know really, but it sounds so bad, but her dad had cancer and he passed away, but pretty much her mum made a deal with a demon thinking that it was going to make her dad live longer, and it turns out that the deal that was made was, I think they're sacrificing or pretty much contracting their firstborn to, when she's 18, to become a slave pretty much to the demon. And when the mum made that deal, they didn't know what they were getting into. So they made the deal, and the demon gave the dad 6 months longer to live. So when we start this book, it starts off with Brielle. She's turned 18 and she needs to go fulfill the deal. She goes into an academy as well. I think she starts at Tainted Academy, I think it was called. There's an awakening and stuff like that. I can't really actually. Okay, no, the back does tell you. So when she goes to her awakening, she has the wings sprout from her back, and which means that she's angelic, but they're black. So somehow, this is where I got confused, because it turns out there's 2 schools. There's a Fallen Academy and a Tainted Academy. I think it's called Tainted Academy. But pretty much from the start, But somehow she ends up having I think a fight or something, and she ends up getting into Fallen Academy because someone fights for her, vouchers for her to go into Fallen Academy. So her and her friend go into there, and she's got 4 teachers. But this is where I'm confused if it's actual teachers or if it's a student teacher. But she says they're all good looking, everything like that. It kind of reminded me of the Zodiac Boys anyway. So we are there. We have met Lincoln. Lincoln is one of the teachers, and she pretty much instantly falls for him. I guess in a way it might be a bit insta-lovey, but not really. So at the moment, it's kind of just like a really good fun time to read. Like, it's easy to read, it's not that bad. There's some things that I am confused on, which I'm hoping will get answered throughout the book. I'm going to keep reading and see how much I get. Okay, so it's a bit later, quite a lot later. We officially have, and I also did fall asleep, so, but we have 41 minutes left and we have finished this book. We have gone through it, even though I did fall asleep for a little bit. This was kind of disappointing. I'm not going to lie. Okay, I know this is a YA and it reads like a YA. You're probably like, well, of course it's a YA. I know. There are spicy scenes in this though that I like, spicy scenes enough that I actually had to look up this book to double check if it was YA. And it is targeted, I think the audience is around 16, 17 year olds. But I was like, there's spicy scenes for a 16-year-old. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. It fell flat. This was just an average 3-star for me. I really liked the whole concept of the world. I really loved the angel and demon concept, but to be honest, we really didn't see much. It didn't really go in depth in what happened, or it didn't have much world building. But the thing is I'm not expecting like this whole masterpiece of world building. It literally had minimal. A lot of the things in here, I started getting confused. There was like random time skips. There was not long after my last update, when I was talking about Lincoln, all of a sudden they're like dating. And I'm like, what do you mean? When did you start? Huh? I was so confused. All of a sudden they were just dating. And then all of a sudden they'd been together for like, I think a year or two. I don't know. Like, I was just like, what is going on? Like, you were just telling her that you couldn't be with her because she's too young and she's your student. Like, it was just really random, the things that happened. The way that this played out though, it did remind me a lot of Shadowhunters. So they do get tattoos that help, I guess, powers in a way, but kind of control who they are. And these tattoos are light, like they draw a symbol and it like lights up as they draw it. Reminded me so much of Shadowhunters. The action scenes reminded me of Shadowhunters. Like, they're going out killing demons. Like, I feel like I'm reading a rip-off of Shadowhunters. So I think I said there's like 4 books in this series. I don't know if I'm going to continue the whole series. I might pick up the second one. It's a bit of a side. So even though I've got 40 minutes left, I'm not going to bother reading another book. I'm not going to start one. So I'm going to leave this video here, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you read any of these books, please let me know. Do you agree with anything I said? Have you read them? What were your ratings? I want to know. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video, and if there's anything that you want me to do or anything you want to see, please let me know as well, and I'll see you guys there. Bye.